How's pre-season when you're going through sleepless nights?
It's tough, but at the same time probably came at a good time. A bit of settling in period, and we'll try and get used to it a wee bit before the games come thick and fast. So I've got a wee deal going on with the wife, and Friday nights I get a bed to myself, so I'm looking forward to that this Friday.
Are you looking forward to the competitive action being back?
Yeah, I can't wait. No, it's funny, a lot of people kind of turn their nose up at the League Cup competition starting before the season, but to be honest, I love it. I'm not a fan of friendlies, never have been. There's nothing better than playing for something, playing for 3 points, and playing with a crowd, obviously watching you as well. So for me, I enjoy the cup competition coming early. Yes, you're not at your maximum in terms of your squad, the numbers you're going to bring in, and obviously your own personal fitness, but I'd much rather get fit in competitive action than closed doors friendlies and playing in front of nobody. So I'm personally looking forward to it. It's obviously a competition that we done well in last year, getting to the semi-final for the first time in I think it was 7 years. And obviously it's difficult to try and get there with a lot of good teams in the competition, but it's certainly what we're aiming to do.
Got that win behind closed doors a couple of days ago. Just how do you feel everything's linking up with the new manager and his ideas?
Yeah, really good. It's obviously only 3 weeks since the manager and the new staff have been in the building, but I think obviously you guys wouldn't have seen it, but I think as players we realised a lot that we've worked on came to fruition against Carlisle. Obviously a lot to learn, a lot to improve. I'd imagine that the squad's going to look pretty different from now to obviously over the next few weeks, but it's exciting. I think a club like ourselves and what we're striving to do and striving to obviously get better every season, you need competition, you need squad depth. We're a little light just now in certain areas of the field, so certainly the more bodies you can come in to help us is greatly appreciated. But what we see so far we're excited with.
You've obviously experienced a few pre-seasons during your career, Andy. What's changed since the first couple that you had to the most recent?
Really different to the first couple. You never really seen a ball for the first few days at least. Certainly a lot more technical. Certainly still not easy by any stretch of imagination. Still really difficult, but certainly a lot more ball related, a lot more tactical related. Very very early on in pre-season. And I think especially when it is a new manager with a new style and new ideas, I think that's really important. Like he says, it's 3 weeks since he's been in the door, and the first competitive fixtures on Friday. So for me, it's a bit daft having a 7-day period with all runs, no ball, and not working towards obviously what your identity is going to be throughout the season. So I think that's definitely been the main difference for the sort of start of my career to now, and I know what one I prefer as well. It's certainly the more modern approach.
Has the messages from managers changed over the years in terms of pre-season and getting into a new season?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think the game has moved on since I certainly started, but I think it always does. It's always new generations, it's always new ideas. But for me, I think football these days is so tactical. I think every team has their own identity, their own style, and it's almost that kind of chess battle in the dugout as well as a battle on the field. I think gone are the days where a manager would stick a bit of paper in at half one with a 11 that's starting and saying it's playing 4-4-2, going out and try and produce. So again, it's in the 3 weeks you try and cram in so much. How you want to look in possession, out of possession, in transition, try to get back in transition, set pieces, throw-ins you're even working on day in, day out. So I think it is just so different now, but for me I think that's the beauty of football. There's no right, there's no wrong, everything's evolving all the time and there's always new ideas. So even at the old age of 33, I'm still learning every day, and for me it's exciting. So the managers came in with new ideas as well. I'll not obviously give too much away. I think everybody will see it pretty early, because like you says, we've been working on it every single day, and I think we've certainly got a clear identity that we've got our eye on going into the season.
Do you still feel as hungry and as optimistic pre-season as you have?
I still don't look forward to it every year the same, but always feel the benefits for it when you're done. So I spoke about it going into last season. It was really important for myself that I felt I got through pre-season with no injuries, going through every session, trying to be involved in every single minute, because obviously the year previous to that I had a couple of injuries that I thought really set me back throughout the season. Last season I managed to go through every minute, and I've managed to do the same again this season. So I think that's really important for any player, but I think for somebody at my age you want to try and keep as fit as possible if you can, and be involved every minute of training, and like I said, I've managed to do that. So hopefully we can have the same level of consistency that we had last year, and hopefully we have an exciting season ahead.
Still feel excited for a new season?
Yeah, well, listen, delighted when the footballs are out, delighted when the games are coming. I think we're now near enough towards the back end of the hard part, shall we say. Listen, it doesn't get easier, that's for sure, but I think the real testing periods is kind of done now. You've done a lot of double sessions, a lot of time on the grass, like he says, a lot of runs in between the football sessions as well, and now you've sort of got your eye on the competitive fixtures coming, and obviously that's what the players enjoy, just playing games. So like I says, thankfully the toughest part's done, but still a lot of work to do.
Did it feel like the quickest or the longest break of your life with the wee one?
Do you know what? It's a brilliant question. It's I sacrificed my summer last year because of my injuries to stay fit, and obviously due to the arrival of the wee one, I've not managed to get a holiday either. So no holiday for the last 2.5 years. So I'm choking for a bit of sun, but I've heard it's 29 degrees on Saturday, so that'll be my holiday Saturday afternoon against Clyde.